Hello, hello. It is I, Erudi, and welcome. It is time for a little bit of Star Wars tonight on Saturday night. Some Dawn of Defiance. For those of you who are new, I did see we got some new subscribers and some new faces in chat. Maybe you came on over from the Alien stream. Welcome. We're excited to have you here. What we're trying to do with this is capture the classic feel of Star Wars and try to skip out on all that Disney stuff and just tell you guys a good, classic feeling Star Wars story. And I am Erudi, your benevolent, kind, lovable, daring, roguish, and handsome game master. And those are a lot of... Don't roll your eyes at me, Sebs. Those are a lot of...
Don't say shit!
She rolled her eyes so hard at that. It's a lot of adjectives, but they're all true. But listen, as many adjectives as I have, these guys have so many more. These are the beautiful faces that help me tell these stories every single week. Let's go around and say hello to all of them. And you know what? Since she rolled her eyes at me so hard, let's start with Sebs. Hi, Sebs.
Hello, everybody. I am Sevi. I'm super tired. Oh, God. That was an intense alien stream. I'm surprised I didn't die, but I'm sure I'll die next week. So we'll see how it goes. No idea.
Indeed, indeed. We already had one encounter that was pretty scary. And that was a mild encounter, so can't wait for the rest.
I have to say, I like how I did, roll, 6 dice to, damage that stupid fucking alien.
Her dice.
It was basically dead. It was basically dead in one round, just saying.
Moss, good luck. I'm just going to tell you good luck. I don't care if you bring out Cthulhu itself. Good luck. Her dice rolls are... It doesn't make any sense, man. It doesn't make any fucking sense. I might have to double the number of aliens in this campaign just to stand a chance.
No,
I'm surprised you didn't bring out your little alien, though, when we did the fight. That would have been pretty fun.
Next time.
Next time. But all right, glad you survived that. And also, you made Ryan laugh so hard. That was really funny. Let's say hello to someone else who would like to make people laugh really hard, but sadly, he just hasn't risen to that bar yet. Let's say hello to Moss.
Damn it, I was hoping you weren't going to say me.
Yes, that means I have risen to the bar.
I could tell by the expression on Velrock's face he thought it was going to be him,
no.
So I was like, I'm going to pull the rug out. I'm going to switcheroo.
I was reading a Discord message.
Oh,
Sorry.
subverting the expectations. I see. Well, hey, I'll start off by saying that was a great alien stream, guys. You did a great job. Even Erudi. I mean, he did well. I mean, don't take it, don't let it go to your head. Christ's sake. But yeah, great job. And I had a lot of fun watching it. And but I'm excited for tonight. I felt a little left out because I thought that Saturday night was our thing. But I guess I'll take it in reduced form tonight. So, but I am excited to get going and play my flat-chested Dina Voss, who has been doing lots of squats.
Highly persuasive and flat-chested Dina Voss.
Think about how much more persuasive she would be with giant titties.
Lead with the positive.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God,
depends. It depends. Maybe persuasive to male attention, but maybe some females would not be persuaded at all.
I mean, she can't lead with her breasts because they don't stick out far enough. So
yeah, she probably leads with her nose. I'm sure that's probably the most.
I almost spit out my Diet Coke when you said that. I was like, oh my God.
All right, you got her. She almost sprayed the screen.
Oh, have I risen to the bar yet?
I mean, you made her laugh. I mean, that's something.
God.
To be honestly, though, that doesn't take much. I'm just kidding, Sevs. I'm just kidding. But awesome. Glad to have you here, Moss. And hey, don't worry, we're here to spend Saturday night with you, Moss. We're here, all right? One of us aren't. He didn't make it, but we are here to take care of you and spend time with you. And then, of course, we've got Velrock, who is of no relation of mine, but he is on this stream, and we're glad to have him here.
yes, I'm here. I can take lead on this one, guys, since Skak is the leader of the group anyway. So if you guys want to, sit back and relax a little bit this stream, I can take things from here.
I can finally sleep.
Oh, so peaceful.
Happy to be here.
And yes, hello, Bionic Belly Button. I've been seeing you around a lot lately. Glad to have you hanging out, and I'm glad you're enjoying what we're doing.
That's a great name, by the way.
It is a
Bionic
great
Belly Button.
name. That's why it sticks out to me too. It's like it's such an awesome name. Obviously, we'll address the black box in the room, and that is Caleb. He is not here. He's attending a very special event. I don't know if he said live on stream, so I won't say what. So that's why he's out this week. He'll be returning. He's very sad that he couldn't be here and expressed how much he's going to miss you, chat, and hopes that we will do him justice. I don't know. Should we allow for the kill counter to progress while he's not here? Is that
Yes.
fair?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
As
when you're
long as
still
we-
playing him, it's not like he disappeared. He's still there.
Yeah, but I'm
A kid
playing him, and you guys complain about how I
Yes.
play people. Is what I'm saying.
Well, it's not. It's Caleb's fault for missing out. Just saying.
I just don't want you not counting the bomb going off if we're going to set that off this session, okay? Because that should count.
Okay. I'll think
It
about
still
that
only
one.
counts as one.
I'll think hard about
No.
that one. Um,
We have to
Oh,
get a
yeah,
head
yeah,
count
yeah,
of
yeah.
everyone in the facility first.
oh yeah. When is your special hat inbound?
I don't know. Good question. He might be waiting until I go pick it up, so that'll be when the Dallas Expo is happening.
Gotcha. All right, cool. And I'm Erudi. You see me here all the time on tabletop and here. You know what I do. I DM, I GM, and that's pretty much that's what I do. Except for on Fridays, I get to be a player one time a week, and I do enjoy that quite a bit. And I drink Death Wish coffee out of my McQueen mug, and everybody loves it when I drink Death Wish coffee. I highly recommend it. It's very good. Not sponsored it. I just really like it. So last time you guys, actually, I'll lead with a few shills. Actually, the two shills things I want to shill: Legend Seeker. If you guys are interested in an answer to the woke rot that has pervaded the entire tabletop industry, I mean, just look at what's going on with Warhammer right now. I am writing my own system called Legend Seeker. It's going to be a 3-set tabletop role-playing introductory system that is here to take the activism out and put all the mystery, the myth, the legend, and the fun back into the game. And I'm writing it for you guys. It does take some support. It's a lot of work, a lot of artwork. We're going to be hiring editors, and I might be working with a big name company here in the future to get that published that you would all be familiar with, but won't say anything about that now. But all of that takes time, effort, money, and if you guys are interested in supporting, you can go to Gilded. The mods are dropping the link out there for you. And while you're there, not only can you hang out and talk to us, which is a lot of fun, but you can subscribe there to support Legend Seeker directly. We are running a promotion right now. If you get Silver Tier, which is $20, you get to give a show the entire cast. So you pick a show. Say this one, for example. Maybe you love these guys a lot. Everybody on this show will get the equivalent of a $20 super chat. So you're basically quadrupling your effort and giving these guys each a Force token, or on the other shows a Benny or whatever. If you get a gold membership, which is $80, that gives every single show on both channels that benefit. So that is something like, I think we did the math on it last time. It was like 30 times your benefit or something like that. It was a lot. So it's a pretty good deal, and it helps a good cause and helps me get Legend Seeker out for you guys. I've been working very hard on that for you. Second thing is, on Friday, we're going to do our first ever interview with somebody on Tabletop. We're going to do a whiskey and wine edition of it, Tabletop edition, with Grums, Mike Kern. You would know him. He is a CEO who many big games that you would recognize, not the least of which is World of Warcraft. He did some developing on there. And a bunch of other games I promise you've heard of. And he has been in the industry for a while. He knows it in and out. And he is also disappointed with the things that we're disappointed in the video game and tabletop industry. And he's going to come talk to us about that. Give us some insights. We're going to ask him some hard-hitting questions and get that feedback to you guys so you can know what you can do to help turn this ship around.
So I
Sebs and I taking care of that.
I can blame him then for my debilitating addiction to video games.
That is one spin? Sure. Yes, definitely. Because his games were good.
It's good to have someone that I can point it to and, say, all $15 a month for 20 years. Damn you.
Damn you, Grums. No, you could definitely blame him for that. I don't think he would mind that whatsoever. But that'll be a lot of fun. That's our first interview, and it's a pretty big one, and pretty cool guy. He's been making the rounds, and his influence is heavily felt out there. So on here, last time you guys went to see Senator Bail Organa, and ate his food, and he told you about this admiral that had been defecting, Admiral Gildar Varth. God, I always get that name wrong. And that how he suddenly went silent, and then they got intel that he'd been taken to some secret prison on the planet Felucia. But he didn't want any ties back to the royal palace, and thought, hey, since you guys are kind of now in this boat with him anyways, maybe he could offer you some credits. You could go down there and see what you could find out what happened to the good dear admiral, and if he's still alive, rescue him. Mark Kern, yes. Did I say Mike? God damn it. Yeah, I meant Mark Kern. Thank you. So you are there on Felucia, but unfortunately things never go right. So the ship crashes in an attempt to get away from an Imperial Star Destroyer and some pursuing TIE fighters, and you guys find yourself stranded in the Felucian jungle. Captain O'Keefe tells you it's going to take a little time to get this thing back up and running again, but in the meantime, you guys could hoof it to the Imperial prison and see what you could figure out once you get there. You guys killed your survival rolls, actually. You, I don't think you even came close to failing any of them. And you made your way across the Felucian marshes and the jungles, and eventually got ambushed by some locals, some local Felucians, who had the innate ability to use the Force on you. Unfortunately, you killed them all, but the town nearby didn't hold it against you. They understood. They attacked first, and you went into the town to say hello. It appears very anti-imperial. There's even a stormtrooper effigy in there. And then you ran into a man who used to be a separatist and kind of was serving as a translator for you and the Felucians while you were there. And when he learned about why you were there, well, he offered you a little present in exchange for a little revenge. A nice set of explosives. Did I miss anything of relevance?
I think you might got it.
One thing, did you end up seeing what I could make with my mechanics checks?
With what, the droid? Or no, I'm sorry. You're trying to make the gun parts. Yeah, all
droid
those gun parts you had
wanted-
listed were fine.
Yeah, I wanted to turn one of the blaster pistols. I wanted to give it a switch that lets it explode like a grenade.
Yeah, because you had listed two of them to me, and yeah, both of those were fine. The one that exploded,
Okay.
and I think there was one that had to do something with aiming or something. But yeah, those both are fine things that you could build. That is no problem.
Okay.
It would just take mechanics check, and I think mechanics check, if you read the description, it tells you how many credits an hour worth of work you can do, and that would break it down
Yeah.
for you.
Well, this was. We kept putting it off, but this was supposed to be during the travel that we spent getting to Alderaan. So.
Wait,
more than likely you had enough time.
The blaster itself blows up like a grenade?
Yes. Called an overload switch.
That sounds like Borderlands, like something you get out of Borderlands.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
There's actually I think Sevi had to deal. Actually, Moss, you had to deal with these. You both should remember this. You fought some goblins that had junk lasers, and when they rolled a natural 1, they would explode like that, and they would throw the guns at you. Maybe you don't remember.
But I feel like that was a malfunction. He's doing it on purpose.
yeah, same thing. He's just doing it on purpose. That's right.
I don't remember if I actually did the mechanics check or not. I think I did, but I don't remember what it was. It was so long ago.
Yeah, it would be multiple mechanics checks, but yeah, if you just open up a skill, it should tell you how many credit. You probably had enough time to get it done. I would bet money, because it's not the part you showed me wasn't that expensive.
Yeah, it was 250.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you could get that done over a few days without much issues. Quit dropping those emojis. I see them. There is a new emoji, though. She's not watching right now, but if you would like to put the nugget emoji out in memory of Chrysanth, it's a fun little nugget with a shovel. I like that one a lot more than I like the Kermit.
Is Chrysanth okay?
Of course you do.
She doesn't attend Saturday nights anymore. She's been getting too sleepy, she says. So this is the one show she can't make it to. But no, she's fine. All right, let's move over to the map. Actually, I can see that the map is picking up the alien stream. Let me switch that real quick. Properties. Right.
I don't know where the the rules are about how long it takes.
It should be under mechanics. I can look it up for you.
There's a lot in mechanics, so we can just skip that.
Yeah,
'cause
mechanics is a big section. I know that, and they have expanded rules in every book. So, but
I know
that
I've seen it
should be
before.
in there.
Yeah, I just don't remember.
All right, so you guys are in the village, and I believe you are interacting with Van Drake, which is the separatist gentleman that you had been speaking to, and he had just given you those explosives, and that's where we had wrapped the session. But the day wasn't over. We're still in the middle of the day. So Skak is currently doing cartwheels looking at these nice explosives. What do the rest of you do?
Explosives mean almost nothing to Dina because she has no idea what she's looking at. So she's going to be kind of just standing near Moravgi and like keeping an eye out because she doesn't know. She's never seen a Felucian before, and she's concerned and confused because they attacked her and now all of a sudden they're not. Like she understands that. What was it? Van Drake? She understands that he's been living among them for a while, but even still.
Vazus Mandrake. I'll put it in.
Vazus Mandrake.
Yeah.
I was wondering if I typed that in wrong.
There you go. All right, he kind of sees you thinking and puzzling and just considering to yourself. And I suppose Anya doing the same. I don't know how excited Anya gets about explosives. Or maybe...
Nope.
Maybe not at all. Maybe is there any concern from Anya about this? Taking explosives to a bunch of people who might not even actively be aggressive at you at the time?
That doesn't mean that we're gonna use them to kill people. It might just be used as a distraction.
I mean,
very naive.
And besides, it is being put up in a radio thing. It's not going to kill a bunch of people. It's just gonna destroy the equipment.
Vazus, what sort of a yield is this bomb going to have?
Oh, don't you worry. That old structure's coming down.
The whole planet's coming down, as far as I'm concerned.
I guess I should be a more specific question. Are you expecting a high death toll?
I don't see how you wouldn't. Unless you're clever about it. I suppose you could pull the fire alarm. I wouldn't, though. The only good imp is a dead imp.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, some of those people might be innocent. And then are you killing the prisoners as well?
Right. I suppose you got a point there. Well,
Seems very callous of you when you're supposed to be protecting the innocent.
I never said I protected the innocent. I said I protected these people. They took care of me. But all right, I get your point. Hey, if you want to empty the prisoner cells first, be my guest.
Speaking of which, I know you said you hadn't been to the facility before, but surely you've thought this out enough to maybe have acquired some plans, some sort of blueprints or something that we might use to maybe navigate our way in?
Afraid not. Like I said, I didn't get that intimate with the facility. I knew how much my explosives could take out. And I suppose that's all I was really concerned with.
It doesn't seem as... I'll kind of whisper over to Moravgi. Seems as though he wasn't worried about getting out alive either.
Oh, I would have... Oh, did you whisper that? You said, okay.
So yeah, I whispered that to Moravgi.
I'll let you decide what he said.
Hey, that's rude, Moravgi. Don't worry, I won't tell him what you said.
Doesn't he have the stormtrooper mask?
I don't know. I can't remember if he put it
We'll
away
see.
or put it on.
We'll see. Oh no, I think he did. I think he did take it off because we saw that stormtrooper effigy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, some reason I was thinking he was growling last session, but I could, yeah.
All right.
Well then, I can also be your translator while you're here. I know how to talk to these people.
I assume that the food here is edible by people. You wouldn't happen to have any extra. We've been traversing through the jungle for, well, all day.
Suppose we could go talk to the chief.
It's not just plants here, right? You got meat.
The Felucians aren't very fond of meat.
But they're fond of plants? How does that make sense? Aren't they made of plants?
No.
Well, they certainly
No.
look like it.
It's a very racist thing to say.
Racist? I'm just pointing out an observation. I mean, they look like plants.
They're
I'm
not
the furthest thing
plants.
from racist, guy. Trust me.
Well,
Settle
whatever
down,
the
Maraki.
case,
He
they're
knows
not
what he's
plants. Right, well, let me take you to meet the chief then. See if we can't get you some food.
I think I'll just stick to my rations.
Oh, we do have rations, don't we?
Yep.
Well, we never know when we'll need those. I'll see if maybe they have a salad or something.
All right, this way. And just close up those explosives when we leave. You don't want one of the children to wander around and hit the wrong button.
Maybe I'll just
And,
take them with me.
So,
He starts putting it in his backpack.
That's a lot of explosives. I don't think you want to just carry those around.
You kidding me? It's amazing.
I tend to concur.
You know, my video's not showing up on stream.
Your video's not?
Yeah.
That's weird. It's showing up on one but not the other. That's never happened before.
Interesting.
What's worse, that Erudi didn't notice it or that chat didn't notice it?
Well, I mean, I did turn my video off briefly and then came back. So
Oh,
maybe they
gotcha.
just assume I'm not here.
I wonder if it was ever on to begin with.
No, because I can see it on... Oh, that's really weird. All right. I don't know why it's doing that. I
Give me
can
one
see it in
sec.
the other one, though. That doesn't make any sense.
Hmm.
Let me just try repasting your link. Maybe that'll fix it. Oops. Control room, Sevi, paste. What? It's showing it when I click on it, though. What the hell?
Maybe refresh? Maybe turn it off, turn it on again?
Let me try this. Oh, I know what it is. I see.
You were all about IT last stream, Sevi.
I can't help his OBS.
I know what it was. All right. I got it. It's fixed. All right. There you go.
Found the rules, by the way, but we can go over that later.
Sounds
It's
wonderful.
actually pretty simple, especially for such a small object. It's based on size and how many hit points the object has.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, like I said, I figured that's something that would be done in a trip pretty easy. All right, so your camera's fixed, and you guys head out to the village. Mandrake leading you to a Felucian. He's sitting around with
Sorry, hold on. I gotta go. My dog is like ripping some mad farts. I think he needs to go outside. Sorry.
Okay.
I want to stay here for the description, but I gotta go take care of this.
Okay,
Well-
see you in a little bit.
While we're
Well,
walking, I'll just
never-
ask.
had anyone leave for that before.
I'll just ask Mandrake. What sort of customs should we be adhering to while we're here, especially when addressing the chief? Do we bow? Do we wave our hands in the air as a show of reverence? What sorts of customs do they have?
Oh, I'm not bowing.
Yes, bowing will not be necessary. Just show proper deference. I'll give the formal introductions for you and explain that you're outsiders. He'll understand. He trusts me.
Okay.
So he leads you over, and you see the chieftain. He looks a little bit more fluffy's not the right word. More viney than the rest, I guess. He's got more tendrils than some, and a little bit larger, and a little bit more stooped. And he's sitting around talking to some younger Felucians when you guys arrive. And then he stands, and he gives a kind of a Felucian greeting, and Mandrake gives it back and starts speaking to them in their language. And he says, "The chieftain welcomes you to his village and apologizes for the youngsters. Their attack on you was unwarranted."
Yes. Tell him that it's quite all right, and if you could relay that we also apologize for the outcome of that whole snafu, as it were. And the hospitality here is greatly appreciated. I apologize. I'm just a little nervous in the company of someone of such high esteem.
He conveys that, and if you would like to roll a persuasion check to make that try to come through in your tone and manner and your demeanor, you could do that with a -2 since you don't speak the language. Well, that's fine. 14,
So
14. All right, so he says that, and the chieftain's kind of watching you as he does. And
This is going to be a minute. He decided to go in my room, so I have to go clean my entire room now. I don't know what's going on, but
Oh, just wait till it dries. It'll be fine.
no.
No.
Good luck with that. All right. So as you see, he kind of gives you like a respectful nod, but then his attention, he seems to stop paying attention to Mandrake a little bit, and his focus seems to shift a little bit to look at Anya. And he stares at Anya for a long second, and then turns his attention back to you briefly, and then turns and looks at Moravgi as well, and kind of stares at him for a moment.
I'll nod. I know what he's doing. I will nod.
All right. So you nod, and he returns the gesture in kind, and Moravgi has no idea. He just kind of at him like, "Why are you looking at me?" And then he turns his attention back to Mandrake as he's wrapping up what he's saying, and then he starts saying stuff back to Mandrake, and Mandrake says, "Right, the chieftain is very pleased to have you here, and glad that you're also enemies of the Empire, and does offer his villagers food. The food is not bountiful, but they have enough to spare for at least one night, if you need to stay."
We do.
That would be greatly appreciated. I think we, if we're going to take on this facility, we need to coordinate a plan of attack. Could you ask him if either he or any of his scouts have seen the facility close up?
He conveys that, yeah, they've checked it out before. They try not to go there very often, though. Dangerous, and much risk comes with it. If anybody were to follow them back, bad news for the village.
Can you ask him to describe where it is and how big it is? We have never been there. We don't know where it is.
Yeah, so he asks that, and he does then start to relay what he knows of it, and it sounds like a pretty large facility, multi-floored. He describes what he calls mechanical war animals, or metal war animals, that the Imperials ride as mounts, and talks about
bikes.
perhaps bikes. He also says there's larger ones. He indicates with like his hands, like there's small ones and there's some big ones. He mentions that the door to the place has an incredibly powerful weapon that has mowed down his people before. But that's about as much as he knows about it. But his scouts are familiar with it.
Could we ask? Sorry. Could we ask your scouts to take us halfway there?
He considers for a moment. And then he says to Mandrake something, and then Mandrake goes, "Right, suppose I can ask him that." He says he'd like to talk to you and the Wookiee alone.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Is my presence offensive in some way?
No, he knows that I am a Jedi and that Mavki is a Force sensitive.
Oh. Yes. Of course. I'll kind of nod my head and I'll grab Skak by the wrist and attempt to drag him out, unable to move him. And I'll just be like, "Come on," and hopefully he follows me out.
All right. I'm coming. Jeez. I didn't want to stay next to this walking carpet anyways.
That's racist. Now let's go.
He pulls out his explosives and decides to play with those while you guys go hang out.
That's concerning.
Mandrake goes to leave as well, and the chieftain stops him. All right. Suppose I do have to translate. The chief says he can sense something different about you. I don't know what that means.
You can explain to the chief that I am a trained Jedi. I'm a Jedi Knight.
Mandrake kind of stops before saying anything to the chief, and he eyes you. His eyes kind of narrowing a bit. Is that right?
I'll pull off my lightsaber, not turning it on, and then put it back into my pocket or my belt.
See. I got mixed feelings about that.
I'm not gonna harm you, and I know the rhetoric that has been spread by the Empire, and I can assure you they're lies.
I can assure you I've seen plenty Jedi mow down my friends in combat. You weren't very fond of the Separatists, as you might recall.
Well, I am not them. We are in the now. I mean you no harm. I am merely trying to survive and then help innocent people be able to live a peaceful life that they deserve.
Make me a persuasion check.
Okay. I'm gonna use a force point. Okay.
Better than nothing.
That's true.
Right.
24. Let's go.
She doesn't even need force tokens. I mean, she just doesn't need them. Yeah, so he kind of narrows his eyes at you again, purses his lips, and goes, well, if the rumor's all true, and you did try to overthrow that son of a bitch Palpatine, I suppose maybe you're not so bad after all. I'll have to hope we're on the same side. And he turns to the chief and translates what you wanted him to say. The chief nods. He says he suspected as much. He could sense it on you. The Force, I mean. He wants to know your intentions with the Empire.
I don't plan to align myself with the Empire. Right now, I am helping a group of individuals who have banded together to fight the Empire. No, I did not fight in the Clone
I was
Wars.
just about to ask you that. I was like, that's a good question. Yeah, because you would have been pretty young, a Padawan, probably right towards the end of all that. So you were probably very aware of it, but maybe didn't participate. That makes sense.
Yeah, I was too small. Brian says savvy and maybe you're not so bad do not belong in the same sentence.
Believe me, that was about Anya, not Sevi. The chieftain
That's what Michaela just said.
We're on the same wavelength. All right. He wants to try something with you.
Okay.
Do you speak anything other than common?
I speak. Let me find it.
I have returned.
Blue.
Welcome back.
I know I speak the trade language that everybody speaks.
Bachi?
For sure. Yeah, Bachi. For sure.
Does Moravgi speak Bachi?
I just speak basic of Bachi.
Or understand it, rather.
I don't think he does.
I don't see his languages. I'm pretty sure he doesn't, though. All right, so Mandrake will nod, and he'll start speaking in Bachi to you. So this will be in Bachi, even though I'm saying it in common. The chief wants to know about that one. He says he senses something not right about him. His description was dark.
I have the same concerns. I have talked to him. I'm not... Honestly, at this point, I don't think he should be trained. He has too much anger. Too prone to violence and destruction. There is an aura. There's a dark aura that surrounds him, and he seems to be overjoyed in it. I have warned him of it. I do not plan on training him. At least not until he changes and understands how dangerous that is.
Chieftain ponders this translation for a moment, and then says something else to Mandrake, and Mandrake translates. Right. Make me a persuasion check.
Can I use another force wound? Hopefully it won't be a 1. Okay, let's go.
Brian. Damn. All right. All right. The chieftain says he'd like to show you something, to teach you something.
I would appreciate that.
But he asks that you don't teach this knowledge to the Wookiee.
I can agree to that. I share his same concern. And unfortunately, he does not seem to understand.
All right. The chief then...
Oh,
You just went
can't
mute.
hear you. Yeah, you just got muted. Yep, you.
Yeah, you.
You're a roadcaster, man.
It really is secret knowledge. That's crazy.
It is so secret. Hey, Moss, did you get the mic yet?
No.
Okay, all right.
Is
Okay,
my mic bothering you right now?
No, it's not. I was just curious. Are you on Gilded right now?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'll send you a message.
This is riveting content. I love this.
This is super entertaining. Okay,
we
here.
could talk
I'll,
about
I'll
some
pretend.
stuff.
I'll pretend to be Erudi. I'll be like, I'll teach you the power. Oh, okay. Here you go. You can level up 5 levels. Oh,
I know
shit.
you can
The voice
hear me
needs to come
now.
from the
I
throat.
was getting to the right part. I was getting to the good part.
No, you weren't.
The voice
This
wasn't.
is
It
Moss's
wasn't
mic.
quite right. It was a little too high
I gotta
pitched.
box it up and send it
Yeah.
to him, but
Hey,
not the one
would
I
you like
wanted
to
to
learn
give
about
him.
the Force?
Oh no.
but yeah, I'll be sending it to him. I just haven't got the chance to put it out there. All right.
How do you know what we were talking about? It's almost like he was reading our DMs.
I think
Well,
he
I
could hear
heard
us
you.
talking.
Do you think I can hear you when my mic mutes?
God.
yeah, I just figured everything just disappeared for you. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I heard you, and no, I haven't sent it yet, but I'm sending it to him. The other one apparently got delivered, but it wasn't to him. So he's gonna get. It's still a good mic, but it's not as good as the one I sent.
It might still come back to you, but you know how USPS is.
Yeah,
Mhm. In a year.
That would be so fucking annoying. All right, so he goes through some motions and starts teaching you, kind of translating through Mandrake and showing you some motions. One of his force techniques, trying to transfer some knowledge of his people over to you.
Oh, nice.
But before he gives you the full amount, he then tells, before he kind of like finishes off the lesson, he tells Mandrake it's customary when they offer knowledge like this that some is offered in return, and wants to know if there is a power you will demonstrate to him to learn from in return.
Just show them fire.
I
It'll
can
blow their friggin'
demonstrate.
minds.
No, I can demonstrate Force Slams, one of my favorite ones.
All right.
Demonstrate it on him.
No,
demonstrate-
not
You
Don't worry,
force
I'll be
slam,
gentle.
maybe the stormtrooper effigy or something because it's nearby,
Yeah.
and
That was a sacred effigy.
And he seems like he's pretty impressed by that. And so he finishes the lesson. And when it's done, you have now learned the Force Blast power. So you can add that to your sheet.
Thank you.
Sounds like something Mort would teach her.
Let's just please not talk about Mort.
You love Mort.
No, I don't. Hence the let's please never talk to about him ever again.
Force explode. That would be a good one.
Chief BK. After going through that, he thinks about it a little longer, and Mandrake says, "The chieftain feels like he trusts you a little bit more now, and is willing to tell you something else about the facility. The villagers call that place the Vanishing Place. It's not just that some Felucians have been killed there. Some of them just disappear. Abducted.
Abducted?
They think perhaps they might be being held prisoner in the facility. Or worse.
Yeah.
He said that they sent a few shamans to check it out, but they could sense their people's pain, and they were overwhelmed and left.
Do they think they're being sacrificed or experimented on?
He asks the chieftain. The chieftain kind of tilts his head and then says something back. He's not sure what you mean by experimented on. What kind of experiments would they do on his people, he asks.
Are we talking about his people, right? The ones that are force sensitive?
Mm-hmm.
They could be putting them through different type of situations to learn more about the force at the cost of their own pain. Could I use far seeing through meditating to kind of try to attune to see if I can feel the force from the facility now that I know where it is at, to see if I can find people that have access to the force there and see if they're being tortured?
Let's read Farseeing real quick. I think that's about what you can do with it. Farseeing Saga. Okay.
I think that's what I used to tell whether or not Moravki was a force sensitive.
Yeah. All right. So you can target a creature you know or have met before.
Feeling the force, is that?
So you're trying to use
Like,
the force
feeling-
ability?
Yeah, force ability to see if there are people who are sensitive to the force in that area. I know that's something you could do. I'm just trying to find this right now. I can't find it.
It's under the use the force skill. I think it's sense force.
Yeah, sense force.
Or sense surroundings. Let me see. You can attempt to sense surroundings. Nope. Telepathy. Breath control. No, it must be force trance, force sense. All right.
Did you say birth control?
No.
Force control.
As a
force.
four-round action, you can use this ability to actively sense other force users. Shit, I just went too far. A range of 100 kilometers. If you succeed on a DC 15 use the force check, you know how many force users are in range, their approximate distance, location, direction from you, and whether you've met them before or not. Another force user can try to conceal their presence. Yeah, so you can do that. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will explain to him what I'm going to try to attempt to do to see if I can connect to their force. And I will use a force point, and I will use a far-seeing point. Ooh, I got an 8. Dice really want me to succeed today.
And while you're doing that, Mandrake's going to go grab Dina back since the force training portion is over. And Skak.
As he's walking out, I'm talking to Skak, asking him, "Do you, Skak? Do you
37. What was the DC you said? What was the DC?
Yeah, I didn't want to. I hate you. I'm not even gonna say. It's 15. Fuck my life. What were you saying, Dina?
Skak, do you molt?"
What kind of question is that?
I'm just curious. You're reptilian in nature, and I'm just curious if you shed your skin.
Well, yeah. I mean, he looks at his back, like pulls some off of his neck. Does that answer your question?
No, you can leave it there. I was just
You want some?
curious. Nope.
It was
No,
All right,
thank you.
pops it in his mouth and eats it.
That was my second question that you just answered. Thank you.
he said that last session.
Oh, did he? That's
He
probably
did,
why
he
he's
did say that last time. That's
I don't
probably
remember if I said it in character, but
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
he's
I don't
been
know if
eating
you
it
said
this whole
anything.
time.
Yeah, that's right. I
That's
don't
why
know
he's
if it
so
was some
clean.
character.
actually
Maybe
think you
that's
did
why
say
it was
it.
so in the front of my mind.
I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure you said it in character. I would say about 85% sure.
Did I ask if you molted before?
No. I can't remember why. I think it was related to that feast or something. You said you didn't want to eat that veggie food or something. You were just going to eat your own skin or something.
Maybe.
Pretty something like that. But yeah, so Mandrake comes get you back. When you guys come back, Anya, you've just finished with your meditation, and yeah, you rolled so fucking high. God damn. Yeah, you definitely sense them. or at least some of them. You don't know how many have been taken over time, but you sense at least 3 of them in the direction of that facility. 4 sensitives, that is.
Okay. Was that enough? Let's see. Was
Now,
that
you don't
enough
know-
to...
Okay.
No, that was my question. If that enough for me to know if they were okay or in pain or anything like that?
No, this only lets you sense their existence, not their state or who they are or any of that. All you know is that they're force sensitive. So it might not even be them per se. It could just be 3 other force sensitives. But you think that's probably unlikely.
Okay. I'll tell him that I sensed only 3 currently there. So if they were more than 3 that have been captured, they're no longer alive.
Chieftain seems both elated and disheartened by this news, and Mandrake responds, "Yeah, he's delighted that you sent some of them alive, but they've definitely lost more than 3. Still, you've given him a little bit of hope. The Chieftain says he's going to consider your request for a scout," he says, looking at Dina.
Oh, that's great. Thank you.
While he's considering it, to make yourself at home at the village. You can have food, and do whatever else you need to over the course of the night.
Yes, thank you. That's very generous.
He has not told me this next part. This is me giving you my advice. The chieftain's very protective of his people, and they're very afraid of the Imperials in their facility. In my estimation, he's very likely to tell you no. However, there might be some ways you can ingratiate yourself to him while you're here. As I told you earlier, they are short on supplies. They're even offering your food despite being very slim on what they have. Also, there have been some who have recently fallen sick. I don't know if any of you have medical as a background, but I certainly haven't been able to help, and the local healers haven't been of much help either.
What, they can't just regrow their limbs?
I think that's just a
No.
Trandoshan thing.
They can.
You would think
Well-
it's a plant thing too, but I guess not.
Well,
Hmm.
I don't believe they're plants. First of all, they just look like them. But I am rather learned in the healing arts, but I have not worked on Felutions before. I will be happy to lend a hand if I can.
We can do what we can try and see what we can do.
Very well.
Do you all have healing supplies?
Not really.
Okay. Well,
In order to use a healing skill, we need to use a med pack.
Yeah, or some equivalent thereof.
well, so from what I understand, a med pack, and correct me if I'm wrong, Erudi, but I believe a med pack would be good for like instant healing. But if
Right.
I've got a medical kit, and that's good for like surgeries or really most medical procedures that take longer than an instant.
Yeah, that's correct. So it depends on which version of the skill you're using or which thing, but they have different requirements. Some of them you can even do without tools, but you'll take a penalty. So it just depends on which one you're doing. But yeah,
Okay. Well, I've got some med packs, and I've also got a medical kit, so I'll utilize what I can. If
Dina, can I talk to you for a sec over here? He like just turns her around. We're probably gonna need those.
I know, but we need the help as well. I don't think we can find our way in there on our own, or at least if we do, it'll be at much greater danger than someone who's familiar with the territory. Wouldn't you
That's
agree?
perfect. That's the best way to do it. Just go in guns blazing. It's worked for us so far.
We
Oh.
haven't taken on an entire prison facility.
I know, it'll be a fun challenge. Don't take this away from me.
We
I
don't
tell you what,
need
you
all
can
the
go
med packs we
first.
have. We don't need Skak. We don't need all the med packs. We can at least maybe cure the two most injured.
I won't give up all of my med packs. I'll save at least one, and that's even if we need to use them. I've got other
And I
things
still
that I
have
could try.
3. And I still have 3. So even if Dina uses all of hers, we still have enough.
I don't like it.
And ideally, we won't need to use them at all. You can just go in, plant the bomb, blow it up, and we can move on. Well,
Yeah, but you guys are talking about rescuing everybody. I mean, come on.
I mean,
We're not gods.
we might have to pose a jailbreak, but at least one jailbreak. And we do need to go in there and get a certain admiral, but
You guys can do whatever you want with your med packs. I'm keeping mine.
we just
That's
need to
fine.
make sure we get these people on our side. Eager to help us and not hesitant. Trust me, morale is everything when it comes to when it comes to the success of a mission. Mandrake, if you could point me to the sick individuals, I'll see that I do what I can.
Right, this way. God. I just read chat. And he leads you through the village to a nearby hut where the local healers are tending to some children. It turns out that they are sick children.
Good thing Dina decided to help.
Right, here they are. These are the younger Felucians, and they've fallen ill recently. He starts translating with the healers. It's a very unusual sickness. They deteriorate to the point where they're paralyzed.
Sounds
Poison?
like it perhaps could be some sort of poison, bacterial infection. Are they showing any external symptoms? Anything visible to the naked eye?
The healer starts picking up like the children's arms and dropping them limp and like pulling some of their tendrils and their skin, pinching it to show things. And Mandrake says, "Yeah, their skin is faded to you can see a kind of a sickly gray color, and the muscles are thin to the point where they're too weak to even support their own weight. And then the paralysis sets in."
So if I wanted to identify this, would I need I guess treat injury wouldn't be right to identify this. Would it be life sciences, I guess?
Actually, I think yeah, that would probably be right. Yep, life sciences would work.
Okay. I probably shouldn't have argued for that because I suck with life sciences. Which is weird. I have a fantastic treat injury, but my life sciences sucks.
Use a force point.
You do got your force tokens or force points.
You read my mind. Yeah.
Yours is a 1d8?
Oh, I rolled the wrong one.
Yeah, it should be a 1d6. I just get a 1d8 because I took a feat.
Correct.
Okay.
Even better.
Okay, so life sciences +3.
All right, so that is a 14. All right. So with that, what you're able to ascertain that this is likely viral in nature, what they're dealing with. The weird part is you've dealt with a lot of viruses with your medical background. You've never seen a virus quite like this. So it's either very alien, which is kind of unusual. You were trained in the Imperial Academy. You've seen basically every virus that there could be in terms of treating. So it's weird that this one on a planet that has been established in the core rules for so long that you wouldn't know of this virus. Or there could be something else at play, but it's hard to say. You just know that, yeah, it's probably viral in nature, and if you want to fix this, you're going to have to spend some time doing the treat injury, treat Z's variant. Probably like 8 hours of tending to them at least.
It was probably bats.
Could have been bats.
Okay. Well, yes, I think it's viral. Here, let me see what I can do, and I'll pop the medical kit off of my back, and I'll open it up, revealing all of my tools and everything. Lots of equipment in there for how big the case is. Do I get any sort of modifier or just a straight treat injury roll?
Let me look at the skill just to be sure. But I think having the kit is what gives you the straight roll.
I'm going to use another force point.
Why are you using another one? You would use the same one if you're rolling with advantage or disadvantage.
Wait, what?
Use the same. No, I have to roll in it because it's a different check.
Oh, never mind then.
Yeah, different check. All right, here it is. So, oops, damn it, stupid freaking ads, go away. Treat disease requires a medical kit. So yeah, it doesn't give you a bonus. You just literally have to have the kit to even do it.
Okay.
So the DC for this particular disease is 10, and okay, you definitely exceeded that.
Oh yeah, I don't even have to roll that, but I'll do it anyway. Yeah, 26.
Oh wait, shit, I was looking at your other roll, but yeah, 26. Okay, that's pretty damn good. So it does take about 8 hours of you like working on these kids continuously, going back and forth from kid to kid, just trying to figure out, how to treat this and trying different medications, especially because this virus is so unfamiliar to you. But ultimately, you do finally find a medicine combination that works. Now, you think
normally
these
this is used on horses.
yes, it is. Space horses.
At some point, halfway through, out of boredom, Skak walks over after making coffee or something in his mess kit canteen, and he's sips it while he's watching Dina work. Trandoshan kids usually just eat each other. You sure you want these guys to continue suffering?
I think they would prefer to all live and suffer just a little bit longer.
All right.
That's the human experience, anyway.
Whatever you say. Turns away.
Wow. You think the kids are going to be fine, but you don't know where this virus came from, and you don't have a lot of the medicines that would be needed to treat them. You do have some knowledge that there might be flora or fauna in the area that could be used, perhaps to make their own homemade variants of this stuff. And you can pass that knowledge on to them.
Kingsfoil? Kingsfoil, that's a weed.
And they seem very grateful for that information.
Yeah. Jolly good.
All right, so that takes 8 hours. So in that time, you guys could be doing other stuff if you want, but that is what Dina will be doing basically for the rest of the night. You do get some experience for this, though.
I
can do my mechanics checks. See if we can make these. How much credits would you say I would have gotten from the protocol droid? Or sorry, not credits, but how many parts worth of credits would I have gotten?
Let me look up the protocol droid.
And then you'll have to decide the DC. The DC to craft stuff.
So they are worth a lot of money. But that's not what I wanted. this. All right, so 87,000. We're gonna say that is. So this is probably about 420 credits worth of parts.
420. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, happy 420, everybody.
Oh yeah, hey.
Yeah, look
What
at
a
that.
coincidence. What a coincidence.
All right.
Yeah, we got
so the
Star
DC,
Wars on 420 and on May the Force be with you.
the DC is 10 for a simple item, created from few raw materials using common tools and parts. DC is 25 for an item requiring basic electronics, special materials, and/or specialized knowledge. And I can make 1d8 hit points worth of something every hour. And if this thing is tiny, I imagine it would just be 1 hit point, but that's up to you.
Yeah, I would say it's probably 1. It does require electronics. What is the first description for the DC-10?
Item easily created from, it's probably not simple. Item
Okay,
easily
that's what
created from a few raw materials using common tools and parts.
Okay, yeah,
Well,
yeah, it's
I
definitely
don't
going to be
know,
the
maybe.
other one. It'd probably be the
Okay,
other one,
yeah.
because it involves electronics and explosives.
And then there are circumstantial modifiers that lower the DC based on how well I know this thing.
I would say that you know a bit about technology and firearms, and explosives.
Since it's an explosive, yeah, I guess.
So I would probably give you a +5 circumstance bonus on your roll.
Okay. So just during the 2 days, I'm gonna assume that I'm gonna get that at some point. But let's roll. Mechanics. Okay, I did it on the first hour. So yeah, I have that.
31. Let's go.
Incredible.
Okay, that's it.
And you each get 50 experience for curing the sick children.
Even me?
The whole party, yep.
Whew.
That's a very communistic
Scorekeeper is
way of
coming.
handling experience points there, DM.
I just share the experience with the party because it takes a team to save the world and the universe.
Yeah, from each according to her ability to each according to his need, I suppose.
So enjoy those. And the parents of these children seem very grateful, as does the chieftain, who stops by, and he kind of looks into the building and just sort of like nods, like he approves.
I'm just kind of nodding at all the Felucians who are very, very alien, and I have no idea what they're saying. I'm like,
I think they're mad at you.
Okay.
Look at them, and that one's flipping you off.
No, I think they're saying thank you to him.
Oh. Oh yeah, I guess I could be saying
I
that.
swear to God, man.
Yeah. I couldn't find a Force Blast. I'm assuming that's similar to Force Slam. Is it?
No, it's the Force Blast ability comes from the Force Unleashed book.
Oh, okay. All right. I'm just gonna make a notation so I'll look it up.
But it's basically a free extra power for you, so I can link it to you pretty easy. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I just need a description because I keep the descriptions and the book up, so when I'm gonna do a Force power, I can look it up.
Here you go. Sending it to your DMs.
Thank you.
Oh, I don't know why I did that. There we go. And also,
Okay. Awesome. Thank you for sending that.
The rangefinder is the other one I wanted to make, by the way. But I technically need 30 more credits worth of parts.
Oh wow, this is actually pretty good.
During the 8 hours, can I see if there's anything I can use? Maybe what's his face can offer me some things.
for Mandrake? Yeah, you could talk to Mandrake.
Yeah, is that his name? Hold on, I have the wrong notes up.
So you ask him if he's got parts to spare?
Yeah, you got anything? I don't need much, just a few extra pieces.
I don't think they have much.
I love that. I love how you said that. Maybe he can offer me some things.
Yeah, I mean, I'm saving his life, so.
Yeah, like I was saying earlier, we're very short on supplies. Tech.
Well, yeah,
in
they don't need
particular,
these. I mean, these are
we've-
parts like he shows him what he's trying to build. He's trying to build a rangefinder for his rifle. I just need like, you got like an LED screen or something I can use somewhere, and maybe a few extra copper wires.
Are all digging around, but I don't know that I do. Give me the
We
knife.
might
Take a
find-
look.
We might find some of that stuff too in the prison, by the way.
And LEDs. I feel like these are the type of people that communicate in clicks and whistles.
Yeah, they
Well,
don't have.
think
that's why I'm asking the guy, not the solutions.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
he
they have to
handed
have
me
it
a
in the
crate of
prison,
explosives,
too.
so he's got to have something.
That's true.
Yeah.
It is true.
He doesn't. He doesn't have a lot. And the little he has is kind of what he uses. He's been living with these guys for years now. And he's been hanging on those explosives because it was like the last thing he had from his unit. But he says he's going to dig around, give him the night, and he'll see if he can't scrounge something up.
I mean, I've got 2 extra blaster pistols I could take apart too if I needed to. Maybe I'd just do that. That'd probably be easier.
Mm-hmm.
You could. And while you're asking him that, and while the chief is kind of thanking you for the, helping with the children, everybody make me a perception check.
Perception.
Oh.
Wow, you rolled a 5?
Do you ever roll anything under 20?
Yes. When it's something I don't have any skills on.
God.
Hey, Anya, come make me this rangefinder. Maybe you can do it with 30 credits less of equipment.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I can try.
All right, so Skak doesn't notice this, but Anya and immediately does, and Dina not too far after. But as you guys are talking to Mandrake, you hear a low whine coming from the outskirts of the village, as though a repulsor were passing around its edges. When you guys turn to look, you see a scout trooper on a speeder bike zooming away from the village, heading deep into the jungle, and you are positive that he saw this village.
How far away is it?
Too far for you to hit with the force right now, but you've got to go pursue that guy. And
I'll point it out
go
to
ahead.
Skak. Skak, can you snipe him?
Not without my rangefinder, I can't.
Mandrake looks in the direction of what you're pointing at, and his eyes go wide too, and he's like, "We don't have any bikes, but we do got mounts. Hurry, this way."
Can I try at a longer range, though?
Sure.
Let me see what the ranges are. I think it's a huge penalty. So how far away is he from us?
God, I don't know.
Probably -10.
Sorry, you need a rangefinder to figure that out.
I know, for real.
Well, I was hoping, because if he was 12 squares away from us, I could have used the force.
Oh, no, he's more than that. He's like outside the village.
I
and
know,
it's
that's
like
Well,
why I got
Mandrake
really
just gave me
sad.
30 credits worth of parts. I could have had a rangefinder and sniped this guy.
Plus he's on a vehicle moving, which is another penalty.
I really
That
miss Skak.
is-
So.
So yeah, it's probably about a -15. I'm trying to hit him at the moment, but you can make the shot.
All right, let's do a force point.
Can I use my ability for this, or is it kind of, since we're not in turn order, can I not use it? My born leader ability to give him +1.
Sure, you can give him +1.
Okay, I'll say shoot that motherfucker.
Don't forget to give yourself a +1.
No. It just goes like
-3.
scatters like around the guy, and yeah, it doesn't quite make
Yeah.
Start a
sense.
forest fire.
You kill a second snake that was slithering out of the swamp.
Oh, I'm adding that. You adding that, Michaela?
Oh God.
How did you get a -3?
Because it was a -10 to hit total.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a tough shot,
Jesus
especially with a fast-moving
fucking-
vehicle.
All right, let's get into dismount.
Over here. These are Kaibuks. They're really fast. They can keep up with that speeder if you hop on it.
Okay, I'll hop on it.
I'll
No questions
try to
asked.
hop on it.
So all three of you want to go? I'm gonna. I'm not gonna
Marafi
put
coming.
Is this after the 8
Sure.
hours of me tending to kids?
Yeah, this is kind of
Like,
like
they're all
with
good?
the night.
Okay.
The night's about to wrap up, or it's like late evening at this point.
Okay.
They move really fast. These things. He warned you. He's like, trust me, they move real fast. You're gonna want to hold on tight.
Okay. If it was the 8 hours, then I feel like I would have had time to do the. Not that it would have affected the roll, but if I can do it before we leave, I would like to get the rangefinder made if possible.
Sure.
'Cause I can take apart one of the blaster pistols. I have 3 blaster pistols I'm not using.
All right. Yeah, make whatever rolls you need for that.
I don't know what it's going to be, but
What are these called again? These mounts?
$5. I'll show you a picture. Well, maybe I'll show you a picture. If this thing will freaking do what I want it to do.
you'll have to determine how many hit points this thing would have.
If
It's a
only you could
rangefinder, so it's
shoot
bigger than
as
the
well as you
overload
break
switch.
things.
All right, we'll determine that just to not hold this up. We'll determine that after this.
Well, we did that last time, and I ended up like I could have had an explosive grenade on me this whole time. You know.
There we go. Add it to this. Handout. $5.
What's Mouse's character name? Florence Nightingale. That is her name.
Damn it, where the hell did I save this thing? Oh, I know what I did. Save as downloads Kaibuk. All right, there we go. All right, so they look like this. Not ignore the Yoda sitting on its back, but they look like that.
Oh, okay. It's like a two-legged
shame.
gazelle.
It's a shame we don't get a Yoda with them. I feel like that should be complimentary.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
I had to look up who Florence Nightingale was. I remember the name. I was like, who the fuck
It's a
was that?
nurse.
All right. So this is going to be a bit of a chase scene as you guys hop on the back of the Kaibuks and make your way out. And this is going to largely use the riding skill. I don't
Son
know
of
if
a
anybody
bitch, I
took
knew you
any
were gonna
points
say
in
that.
that, but we're going to find out, I suppose.
Oh god.
And I even have some fun splash screens for you guys.
Great.
Let's go to this one first and start some chase music.
Ooh, fun.
All right, so you mount your Kaibuks and the chase begins. I need you all to roll initiative.
We don't have any tokens to put in the
Oh.
tournament.
Let me move you back to the swamp for a second.
Are you kidding me? That was fucking rank.
Bro, what's wrong with dogs tonight? Did something happen that I'm not aware of? That
I don't
is the
know.
world about to end? What's going on?
Let's hope not. We haven't finished the show yet.
Yeah, at least wait till Star Wars is over.
Puppies never do. Or
And,
dogs.
we'll just add Moravki. Here we go. Perfect. Now we move you guys back.
Rafi's not in the turn order. Finally.
What?
Oh yeah, can one of those
Yeah, the
things
turn order
carry him?
disappeared.
Yeah, he's in there. He's in there. I can see it. So it's Skak, Dina, Anya, Moravki is the order. All right, so you mount the Kybax as normal, and I need you guys to make a ride check to see if you can get this guy moving quickly.
Force point.
Wow,
I'm just trying to delete my spare parts from my inventory, and I can't. Should be a bit frustrating.
Hey, I like that. Okay.
Skak,
What?
you need to roll for riding.
I was doing my force point.
Oh, okay.
I rolled from Rafki. I got him. All right, so damn, look at you guys doing your ride checks.
I would have failed that one were it not for the force point.
Wait, why are you telling me to do it if you haven't even done it yet, Sevi? Come on.
Because you were the first one to go first. It was you, then Maz, then me.
Oh, I don't see the turn order.
Yeah,
Yeah, I know. Erudi screwed it up, but
I didn't screw it up, guys. The way this
Damn.
thing works mechanically
29?
is if I switch the map, you can't see it. There's not much I can do about that. But I can see it, which is all that really matters.
Inexcusable.
Inconceivable.
God damn! You're not even trained in ride. Insane.
It's not
Insane.
fair.
This is just like a speeder.
It's not fair. All right, so you guys immediately get these Kybucks running and motivated, and they take off towards the swamp, tearing through it as quickly as possible. And as the beasts lurch forward, you realize you're going to have no trouble keeping up with the speeder bike. Mandrake did not lie. Large mushrooms and other huge fungi just kind of streak by you faster than the eye can even see, and the ground just whips by at an incredible pace. And the
Raju
Kybucks...
did not roll, by the way.
Sure.
I'm keeping my eyes closed as tightly as I can. I'm about to get sick.
I'm definitely bringing this back with me.
This is fun. Let's do it again.
Well, fuck. Probably shouldn't have asked me to do that. So Moravki hops on his and growls at the Kybuck, and it gets nervous and starts like running in circles and kind of pees a little bit as it runs and doesn't quite keep up with you guys. So he's probably going to be playing a little catch up. Poor fucking Moravki. So what was I saying? So it's going by really fast, and despite them being mounts, that it's really smooth, the ride, and they know the terrain far better than any of you would. They leap, turn, twist, and dodge between massive growths of a fungal forest, and you're just moving so incredibly fast on these things. And you streak out of the village and into an area of what appears to be like kind of sparse growth. And give me another ride check here. Now that you're out in the swamp, to see if you can gain some ground on this speeder.
All right, I'm out of gifted. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna use one of my normal permanent ones. Hey, I like that.
I don't know if I want to keep using my force points. I guess I have to.
Oh my god.
It wasn't worth it, man. I knew I shouldn't have used it.
Oof.
Well, it would have been worse if you didn't.
I don't think it would have battered. It's still under a 10.
True.
Damn. All right. So let's see. So total, Anya, you got 15?
Yep.
Let's see.
Now, if this was a piloting check.
All right, so Anya, you attune so much with your mount as you were kind of urging it along, and maybe you connected to it with the force a little bit. It really seems to take to you, and you guys are now in tune. For the rest of this chase sequence, you're going to get a +2 circumstance bonus on any ride checks you make.
That's bullshit.
And Moss, you got exactly a 10. So you pass, but you don't get that extra bonus. But you're not going to have any ill effects trying to control your mount for the rest of this.
Probably because I'm screaming at the top of my lungs riding this damn thing. I'm terrified.
Dina, stop! You're scaring my. Ah!
Oh no.
So in your case, your failure, Keaton, represents you are keeping up with them, but your Kaibuck doesn't like you, and it seems to kind of like want to buck against you and not want to do what you want it to do. So for the rest of this duration of the chase, as a free action every round, you can make a persuasion check to try to get it to respond to you without giving you a penalty. Otherwise, you'll take a -2 to your ride checks. And then poor Moravki just, he's a bit behind. So you start running through the sparse forest and trying to catch up to this speeder bike. You can hear the whine of the engine off in the distance, and you are getting closer. That is going to take us to the next scene. Zone 2. There's some more beautiful scenery for you. Oh, what the hell is that thing, though? Get that off of there. All right, so as you continue forward, you move into what looks like a fungal swamp. There's shallow pools of water that kind of litter the landscape, and the Kaibucks send up huge splashes as their hoofed feet pass through the puddles. Large, multicolored fungi droop low over the landscape, and huge birds swoop down to scoop up prey. The fungal swamp is so thick that you can hardly see in front of you. Anything beyond 20 squares is just literally out of your line of sight. But the Kaibucks seem to have no difficulty navigating the swampy terrain. But despite that, it feels like the jungle's kind of closing in on you the further you get in here. So we're going to roll through initiative another round here, starting with Skak. So you need to first, if you want to, you can use a free action to make a persuasion check to try to get your mount to listen to you this round.
I hate saying this because I love animals, but he's gonna like smack the back of its head.
Oh,
Like try and be mean to it to get it to listen.
Wow. All right. Give me that persuasion check with a -2.
5.
Yep. Well, that's what happens when you smack it in the back of the head, I suppose. So it definitely doesn't want to deal with you this round, but you get to still make your ride check anyways. That will be at a -2.
9.
9. Wonderful. Well, you are staying par for the course, it looks like. Okay. Make a DC 10. Okay. All right.
You better start catching up to them or I'm leaving you out here.
So the creature actually deviates off the course and into the fog, almost kind of like trying to buck you off a little bit. Like it's like running you almost purposely through hanging fungi to like smack you in the face and stuff, like it's being rude. I need another check from you, a perception check, to try to keep track of where your friends are in the fog and keep a god damn.
oh my god.
Well, all right. You are going to be stuck in this zone at the end of this particular round. So let's go to Dina. So you don't have any ill effects. So you can just roll your ride check normally.
All right, this is my roll. I'm not going to use a force token, but I'm going to roll really well. I'm going to roll average.
Better average than poorly. All right, so you managed to lead your Kaibuck out of the fungal swamp with some level of competency. And then we will go to Anya. Well, at least that was a 1 on your force point, not on your D20.
Yep. And I get 2 additional +2, right?
Yep, you get a +2 for the rest of the encounter.
Erudi, can you critically fail on ability checks on here?
No, ability checks you don't critically fail. Well, most of them you don't. Some things like doing a surgery and things like that you can, but generally speaking, no.
Depends on how funny we want the situation.
Man, I've used 5 force token points so far.
Yeah, I mean a 21's pretty killer though. So let me go and see what that means.
It's 20 because it adds.
Oh, 20,
It adds
you're right,
all the,
20.
Yeah. Yeah, I added a limit in.
So that is all right. So you get your Kaibuck so high in gear that you actually catch up to the speeder bike. You can see it through the fog now, and it's within long range of a blaster pistol, so 72 squares of the Scout Trooper. So you do have the ability to perhaps take a shot at him.
I will. Okay. I'm gonna use another force point because I really want to make sure that I can hit him. Well, force token, I should say. Okay. Blaster pistol, got it. So I'm adding 4 to that. Submit. Oh wait, hold on. No, never mind. I got like the equivalent of a natural 20 damage. I got 666.
Damn.
Well, that is really funny. I got 666.
That is proof. She's a devil. That's proof. We finally have it. Yes. I love it. 666, the devil herself. We now know the truth. That is a lot of fucking damage, though. Let me take a look at this
Back
guy.
to 24. I'm sure his reflex is not going to be more than 24.
I am double checking.
Cannot believe it's 666, man. 666.
All right, so you do when you hit his vehicle and you see some sparks fly out of the back, and he like looks over his shoulder at you and turns his helmet forward and like kind of revs the thing forward. He goes and starts moving forward a little bit faster, but you have not taken him down. But you can now see that his vehicle is smoking a little bit.
Okay. I'm sure Skak will be able to see the smoke.
Scat can't see much of anything right now.
I'm a little preoccupied.
Moravgi is going to make a ride check. He wasn't having a strong start himself. Nope, he's still back at the village. Trying to get his.
He hasn't even moved yet.
Man, we should have just left him at this point. At this point, he's not going to be able to even follow us.
He is way behind right now.
Yeah.
Now, as
That's
you
an
guys
understatement.
go into this next section, everybody but Skak and Moravgi, so Dina and Anya, you see there are 2 paths that you can take, kind of forking off up ahead, and the speeder takes the one to the left, and I'm going to describe the options to you. One appears to go through thick foliage, and another that travels through a hollowed-out trunk of a massive Felucian tree. The speeder bike goes through the tree. Which path? We're going to go in initiative order here. Well, Skak, you're just going to do your turn first to see if you can even get out of zone 2. So we'll give you another shot here to first, if you would like to make the persuasion roll, or not.
Nah.
Okay, you're still stuck in this fog, running around in circles, trying to figure out where everybody went. You hear blaster fire somewhere off in the distance. Dina, do you go through the log, or are you going to go through the other area?
I will take the path less traveled.
Yes, you're gonna...
Yeah, I'll bet probably the foliage. I want to try to see if I can maybe flank around him.
Wonderful. How about you,
Skak is
Zevs?
getting off of this creature, by the way, and he's just going to do that awkward knee-high water run toward everybody.
Then if I see Dina taking one road, then I'll take the other and I'll follow him through the tree trunk, I guess.
Okay. I just wanted to know which path you guys are taking before I proceed.
I mean, technically,
all right.
you would be ahead of me.
Oh, That's
in
true.
distance, yeah, but in terms of turn order, I just needed to know which path you're going to be on, so that lets me know. All right, so you,
You're on my
Dina,
corridor.
decided to take the other path because you see her go through the log or whatever. So you,
tangled.
so your creature goes through a thick overgrowth area that's filled with sinkholes and trenches, and the Kaibuks are leaping over small gorges and chasms with bouncing grace. And as it's bounding through here, you kind of dip and
Bouncing
rise among the
grace.
terrain, making it difficult to see very far ahead. So go ahead and give me your ride check, Dina.
All right, I will use a force token on this one because my rolls have been dog shit. Good enough. There we go.
Hey, there you go.
My God, look at
Beautiful.
you
There
go.
you go.
I'm no longer screaming at the top of my lungs at this point.
You're now like, yes, let's go, baby.
So you guide your Kaibuk so expertly through this terrain that on your next ride check for the following round, you're going to get a +5 circumstance bonus
Ew.
as it leaps and
Holy
bounds
shit.
over everything. So this is really good for you. And then we're going to go to Anya. You're going through the log. So when you go through this hollowed out tree, you find yourselves traveling through a series of hollowed logs and some underground tunnels. You can hear the whine of the engine just up ahead, and he keeps kind of like just disappearing around the corner, but you are behind him. But you can tell that he's gone this way to avoid letting you get line of sight on him for longer than a second.
Bastard.
The heroes, so you must kind of keep your head lowered as like roots and stuff are like going by your head through these natural passageways. And chunks of moss and fungi kind of droop from above while breaks in
Yeah,
the
he said the thing. He said the
said
thing, guys.
if we literally said chunks of moss, that makes us a lot more morbid. Occasional rays of
Facts.
oh god, occasional rays of
Honey
light
Moss
kind of
in here.
yeah, exactly. I guess the speeder bike didn't go as well as we thought, or the kind
Oh,
of
smells like banana. Ew.
ooh. Make me another ride check, Sevs. You do get the +2, obviously. You guys are spending those force tokens. Points, even.
Well, folks gave them to us, and they should be used. And thank God. Oh, I didn't add. Oh, I only added a 6, so it should be an 18.
An 18? All right.
Mhm.
Let's see. You succeeded by at least that. Okay. All right. So you close even closer to the. So you so expertly navigate through this stuff, letting the force guide you and the creature that you gain even closer on. Oh wait, I read the wrong one. No, that's right. You close even further. So you are now within 60 squares of it instead of 72. And now even dipping around the corners, you're still now able to see his rear, and you could potentially take another shot if you'd like.
Yes. Okay.
Is it a good rear?
No.
Maybe the armor makes it look pretty nice.
No.
She says no.
Well, the scout troopers just wear cargo pants, so those are black. You probably can't see
shit.
much of a
That-
contour.
That probably didn't hit.
Can't see much of a
that
contour.
won't do it. Yeah, unfortunately, even though you can see him long enough to take the shot, he does kind of dip around the corner, and your shot hits a piece of tree and kind of blows a hole in it. And you kind of zoom around, continuing to chase him. And you emerge in Zone 4, which is going to be the same place that Moss emerges at the same time as you guys are pursuing after this this bike. Did you really get off your Kaibuk, by the way, Skek?
There's no way I'm catching up. So he's frustrated and just like running awkwardly through the swamp.
Wow. All right.
Hang on, guys. I'm almost there.
All right, well, then I am going to roll for Moravgi and see if he can get his shit under control. Let me see. So I need a ride check for Moravgi. I don't want to use his resources because he's not here. But, fuck, man.
He'd probably do it.
He's only got one force token
Oh.
left. That's not a
Well,
force
then don't
point.
use it.
Yeah.
Don't use it.
So we'll just do a ride check and see if he fares a little bit better.
He only has one left.
One token. He's oh god damn. All right.
Oh.
He finally gives up and he like just shoves the Kaibuck to the ground and then runs over to the pen to pick a different Kaibuck because that one sucks.
I feel like his force rage would be getting the better of him at this point.
He probably is like in a rage. I don't know if that would hurt or help his ride check, but we're gonna say he's raging for sure. So we start back off the round. Skak, I guess you're not making a ride check, so you're just going to.
I make a run check.
I don't even know what to call this. I guess an endurance check would probably be correct.
I'm just picturing it. It's just funny in my mind.
If you fail this one, I just imagine you like
Hey!
holding your knees.
Oh, right.
See, if I did a ride check, it would have just been another low number.
All right, you run through the swamps and trying your best to see if you can trudge through there and somehow catch up to them. And
I'm sure I won't catch up.
we go to
But he's
Dina,
trying.
who is moving into Zone 4. So let's tell you a little bit about Zone 4. Here we go.
Oh shit.
I don't like this zone. I think we should just move back to the last zone.
Wait, I want to get on my mount again.
It's just a cute little creature. It's not that big of a deal.
Oh my god. Why the fuck did you put us in these situations where we have to fight like creepy creatures?
I didn't do anything. So you guys, you shoot out of your log, you shoot up over the gorges and crevices or whatever, and you guys are both kind of running along, and you see in the ground in front of you suddenly erupts, and this rancor emerges that had buried itself under the dirt and undergrowth, and it rises up and attempts to grab you guys as you pass by. Specifically, it seems to be reaching for your Kaibucks, but you're on them. So I need each of you to make a ride check. We're going to start with Dina first.
He can have
You
Moravgis.
said I get a +5 circumstance bonus?
Yes. Aren't you glad?
Yeah.
I am.
Ooh. That's a really
That's
bad
beautiful.
time to have gotten that.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see. Fails the ride check. Okay. So you get attacked by this rancor. It reaches out to slash you with its claws. So let me make this check. Oh god.
You rolled a 2. That's why.
Wow, way to rub it in. Jeez.
No.
Oh my
Well,
god,
thank
I
God,
rolled really low, so I think that might miss you. What's your
thank
reflex
fucking
defense?
God.
Reflex defense is, oh god, you would ask me that. I'm trying to find it. 14.
Oh, good. All right, so it swipes at you, and the claw just kind of like that. You feel like the long talon going right by your head, and it like grabs your hair a little bit, and your head janks back a bit, but otherwise you're able to hang on to your Kaibuck as it runs by. Anya, your ride check to go past the same creature.
Oh no.
Oh
I rolled a 1.
Same thing's gonna happen to you.
God.
Oh,
Oh
no.
God. Alright.
All right, so it reaches out to you. Luckily, you didn't fail by 5, so it's only a glancing blow. You're going to take 1d8 plus 5 points of damage.
It's okay. I'll be there in 5 minutes.
So you take 9 slashing damage as the claw kind of like grazes your
Oh,
side.
thank God. Okay, thank fucking God. Okay, it could have been so much worse.
It definitely could have. It
Rancors are
definitely.
vulnerable to gates. Throw a gate at it.
Oh God. And then as you kind of like go running by, you see the creature kind of fall back onto its stomach, and it lets out a pitiful moan. And you realize that the reason it was probably buried on the dirt is this creature is dying. And then you kind of run past it. I don't even know if there's a point in doing Moravgi at this point, but he's going to rage. Let me see what that adds to his stats. I think it's strength, which probably isn't very helpful here. Where the fuck is Moravgi?
I mean, if we're gonna
Yep.
get into a fight, it would still probably be helpful.
Yeah. Moravgi. Let's see. All right, so rage. Wookiee rage. Didn't put it on here. I think it's +4 to strength. Yeah, +4 to strength. All right, so that's not going to be useful. No, +2 rage bonus on melee attack rolls, melee damage. Cannot use skills that require patience, such as mechanic, stealth, or use the force. So he can still ride. So he's mad. He gets on there real mad, and he's going to make another ride check. On this new Kaibuck. Well, he
What is happening?
he scares the shit out of this Kaibuck apparently with his rage, and it just kind of collapses on itself and refuses to move.
God.
How can we all be rolling so low?
Well, Dina, looks like it's you and me.
Sevi stole all the good rolls at the beginning of the session.
Oh, come on.
Insane, man. Insane. All right. I actually can't... Damn, I don't have a way to control the volume on that queen shirt. Figure that out in just a second. All right, so you guys move through the next zone, and after encountering the Rancor, you leave the area of dense fungal growth and move into a clearing with a small river cutting through it. Though the river is shallow, it is relatively wide, and the Kaibuck splash through the river as it turns north towards a narrow valley. The scout trooper flies through this area just above the river, the speeder bike's repulsors splitting the water and kicking up a wake as it does, and several large bulbous mushrooms rise out of the riverbank, creating large obstacles for anyone moving through the zone. We're going back to Skak, who is just doing an endurance check. His Kaibuck's probably running back home. Nice. You continue forward.
I hope I got eaten by some sort of vine creature.
You're so mean. The Kaibuck did nothing to you. Dina, make me a ride check.
Do I still get the +5 or no?
No, that was only for the last round.
Okay. Oh man, I am just gonna blow through these bad boys. I've been rolling good on my force points. That's about it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit.
This is statistically improbable.
This is insane. This is insane.
Boy. All right, so let me look at what that means for you. Let's see. Now, keep in mind, you do have your destiny point. If you wanted to use it here, you could automatically succeed if you wanted, but destiny points are extremely rare. It may or may not be worth it, especially
I'm
since
saving that for when we encounter Darth Vader.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Okay.
literally, since it can save your life in some cases. But
So, can I ask? Feel free to shoot me down if not. But can I ask how close I am to this scout trooper?
you've not you technically haven't gained on him, so you're not even with range to shoot him with a
Oh.
blaster yet. But
Okay.
you can see Anya, and Anya has her blaster out and is like trying to train it on there and stuff. So she can apparently see it. So you know that you're somewhat close. There's still a lot of fog.
Shit. Well, fuck it. I've got 3 destiny points, so I'll burn one.
All right, that is treated as an automatic, I think, critical success with a destiny. So let's see. That gives you. All right, so I will tell you what this is going to do for you on the next round, but you definitely make it through here. You at first you thought your creature was going to like stumble, and you managed to kind of like steer it and move it and encourage it, and you managed to get it back up on its feet. It shakes its head and presses forward with renewed vigor, and there'll be something you'll get on the next round for this. Anya.
Yes.
See you. You've got +7 total. All right. So you will pass, and you pass by more than 5. So you also will get this thing on the next round, and you pass through. Which is going to lead us to a combat map.
Oh, God.
Am I going to have to feed this Rancor a grenade so I can get past it?
I don't even know how to handle your current situation, but I am thinking furiously in my brain about it. Because you're way, way, way behind them, and
like,
yes, there's a Rancor on the way.
You're like a mile behind us at this point, trudging through a swamp.
It's okay, I'm small. I can crawl my way into a log or something.
Small? So aren't you ginormous?
Well, not compared to a Rancor.
That's true. That's true.
That's true.
All right, so we're going to put Anya and Dina up here. Moravgi and Skak will be on the map, but just so they can observe. Let's move you over, and then I need to... that. And let me just check something.
I need a jetpack.
Mm-hmm.
I could do that. I get some cool soldier talents for jetpack stuff. So that is a possibility.
All right. So let me read what you guys see when you arrive. Several huge mushrooms tower over this area, nearly obscuring the Imperial outpost that stands across a narrow stream. The stream winds through the middle of the forest, clearing, splitting around both sides of a humongous mushroom whose caps hang like an awning over much of the battlefield. The outpost consists of little more than a few small barricades and a tall computer system with a rotating satellite dish at its top. So here
we don't have
is...
a bomb.
Well, this is a smaller one. This isn't the main facility.
Oh, okay.
But this is like a remote Jungle Watch outpost, and it has a communications computer, which means the scout returning is probably bad news if either that scout or those stormtroopers decide to use the tower to report you. It could be bad news for you guys and probably for the village. So here we go.
Am I supposed to be able to see or not yet?
You should be able to see. You're not able to see?
No, it's all black.
Oh, that's weird. Let me look at the map settings. Explore mode, daylight mode, token drop. How about now?
I saw a flash of it, but then it went away again.
Yeah, split
It's all
second.
gray.
Well, how come chat can see it and you can't?
I can see it, but it's all gray.
No, I can't.
There's no color on the map. It's a gray map.
It's still a black screen for me.
How about now?
I see darkness.
There, we're good. We're good.
See.
I can see.
There you go. All right. So let me put the scout out here. All right, so we can roll into actual initiative, Dina and Anya. And you are on your Kaibucks right now. You can dismount if you want. It's harder to do combat on top of them, but their speed is a lot higher.
Dina, you have to roll for initiative.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were using the same initiative.
No.
Nope.
Is it just one scout, right?
Yeah, you see the one scout bike here, and then the outpost over here that's got some stormtroopers waiting at it.
So he's about 12 squares away from me right now. Yeah, it's about 10. Okay.
Oops. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
I just had a really funny mental image. Like, if Skak gets shot, he's going to blow up, like, a 3-mile radius area. He has a power generator, he has a grenade, and he has a crate full of explosives on him.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
Anya, you're going to have first action here.
We just don't see the other people?
You might not be able to because of the mushroom. Dina can see them, though.
Okay. I'm gonna use a force blast on this guy.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna use a force token for this, and I'm gonna just use a far seeing to give me advantage. So that was a 4. And use the force. Okay. Yes! Oh my gosh, shut up! I got a natural 20. That means I got all my force points back. I was so worried about it.
Wow.
I'm not even gonna bother rolling the next one.
Wow.
I
Well,
get all
that's
my
gonna do some
force
damage.
points back.
How much?
Yes. So, because it is a 34, DC 30 means I make 5d6 damage. Let's go.
Holy crap.
Yeah.
Okay. That's really good. All right. So did you move it? Okay, you're right there. So that's all right. I'm assuming you moved up a little bit because this has to be within 12 squares, right? All right. So go ahead and move. And yeah, you slam the back of it with the force, and you see the back of it kind of dent in, and the whole bike flips forward and explodes, and the scout just drops into the water, limp.
Alright, let me take this. Let me make sure I'm taking the stuff off the mark that I already used those 2 things. Okay. That's awesome. That means I have all my force points back again. Okay, that's
Incredible. Do you have a swift action you want to use?
it's my swift action. I could change weapons. No, I'll keep the blaster on my hand for now.
Okay.
I guess, yeah, that'll be my turn.
All right, this stormtrooper hears the explosion and moves over here
There was
behind
no
the
explosion.
barricade. Yeah, the bike exploded. And he sees you two running up here on Kaibucks. He'll use his swift. I don't have 2 swift actions. All right, he's just gonna aim at Anya.
Onion.
Don't get.
I don't see him, so I probably have cover from him if I can't see him.
Oh, you're right. Yep, that does seem to cover that. So he fires at Dina.
Oh, thanks a lot. I appreciate
Lucky you,
it.
Dina.
Just sold you out, just like that, with a snap of a finger.
Yeah. Not hopping on any grenades for good old Moss.
Stormtrooper. And blaster fire.
This guy?
What
Good
the?
lord.
Wow.
He gets
Does
a
the 6 thing
negative.
hit you? Yeah. Does he get any negatives for being far away?
Yeah. I'm
Because he
also
must be
writing.
super-
I'm also writing really quickly on
It's
a
only
That's also
minus
true.
2, though.
on a high buck.
Total
Yeah,
is
he
actually
should
going to
get
be -7, so that actually will not
wow.
hit. That will not hit.
Hey,
So the blaster fire kind of goes like over and hits the mushroom behind you, the mushroom tree. Then it goes to your turn,
yeah,
Dina.
that would have really hurt. So, how far can I move if I stay on the pie jack and move with it?
So you
Or
can
not pie jack.
move-
I'm thinking of it's a high buck.
Kaibuck, you can move 12 squares per move action.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so I should have enough. I'm gonna move up here, and then does that give me? Oh no, that didn't give me any sort of cover. That should be right.
Can you move like away here? You could shoot and then move back.
No,
I
because you
Oh,
don't
no, you
have
cannot.
the feet.
Yeah.
You need running shot for that.
So if I go ahead and dismount, can I dismount as like a swift action or something?
I think dismounting is a move action. But I can
Oh,
double check.
okay. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. So I'm going to fire. It says so the range on my pistol is medium. Is there a quantifiable range as far as that's concerned?
Mounting or dismounting an animal is a move action. Okay. You're
believe
within
20
range for
squares.
medium. Yeah, you got plenty
Okay.
of space here.
All right. So I'm going to. How do I ping somebody?
Hold your mouse down. Your
I'm not pinging the right
left.
place.
What are you trying to ping?
Right
There.
Oh,
there.
him? Okay, got it.
Yeah. I'll try to shoot him. Do I have negative since I'm on top of the?
Yep, you've got
$5
-5, and he has cover. So it's going to be a pretty tough shot.
But you said that since I critically succeeded on that last one, I'd get something.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, your first attack this round, you get a +1. Your
Oh, boy.
first attack roll on this encounter, you get a +1.
And so that's so he has cover. So what is that? A -2?
For you, doesn't matter. He's just getting a +5 to his reflex DC. So just worry about your
Oh,
penalty of
God.
-5.
Oh God. Okay.
Cover's brutal in this system. Yeah.
Oh God. All right. So I take. So it'd be a -4 then. If I get the +1.
Correct.
No.
Yeah, you kind of hit the ground near the barricade, unable to shoot your target.
Okay. In that case, Can I use Born Leader again? I guess technically, I guess I haven't used it this combat, so can I go ahead and use it again?
Yes.
Okay.
Keeping in
so
mind
I'll
that
just-
it does require line of sight, so if she breaks line of sight with you, it'll end. But yeah.
Right. Yeah, I'll just say, split up. We don't want to focus their fire in one location. Or something like that. I don't know.
Sounds good to me. So Anya, you'll have +1 to your attack rolls. All right, this stormtrooper is he's going to ready a shot. This one is going to fire at Dina. This would be -5. I didn't put it on there, so that is a 5. That will miss. This guy's dead. And then, Dina, from behind the mushroom you were next to, you hear a whining of a speeder bike engine.
Oh, shit.
And this guy just so happens to actually have the running shot thing that I was talking about. So as he goes by, he takes a shot at you with his vehicle. With his laser cannon. It does a terrible job. Lucky you.
I like it. Okay, I'll take it.
And then he'll continue going around here.
See, it pays to not have curves sometimes.
It does. A little less retail to hit. This trooper is also going to fire at you. That would be a 9, which will not hit you. Anya.
So if I were to move over here, then because I can't see Dina, I can no longer use a +1. Is that what you said?
Yeah, if you lose sight with Dina, that command ability ends.
I mean, could I make an argument that like she should still be able to see me a couple squares in underneath that mushroom head, like she'd still be able to see me around the stalk, right?
Yeah. So the line of sight, if she's at this square, she'd still be able to see you, but anything further in, she does not.
Okay, over here I can.
So this square right here, if you were to go to here, you still have line of sight of Dina.
Okay. And all right, I'm going to let me look.
Can I ask where Mandrake is?
He's back at the village.
Oh, did he not come with us? Okay.
So I kind of made a little error earlier. Technically, there's only 4 of these creatures at the village. So technically, Ravi didn't have an alternate one to go to. But
yeah, he does. He has the one I sent back.
oh, okay. I guess that's true.
All right, I'm gonna.
Well, I guess he's not having luck with that one either.
Yeah.
That one's already been smacked on the back of the head. It's lost its
Yeah,
patience.
he's just over it today.
How many squares between me and this guy? 10?
I'm the last person you want in this situation. I am not good at combat.
If I use my weapon, my blaster pistol, I get penalties because he's moving.
Yeah, he's moving really fast, so it's a -5, but you're also getting +1 for that check you got last round, +1 also from Dina. So it'd be -3 total.
Okay, I'm gonna swift action do battle strike.
All right.
I'm gonna use a force token for my battle strike.
I think this is the first time we've seen you use Battle Strike. What does that look like for you?
Like a strike in battle.
So battle strike, you just kind of just no. This is just like her concentrating and getting more serious to enter into the fight.
Like like a lightsaber stance, or like common focusing, or what does it look like when you get into that?
Yeah, like just more like focusing on it. Like she will like start like taking slower breaths and just like really hone in on her enemy. And she'll take a deep breath. So because that hits the DC of 20, that means I get an additional +1, an extra damage of 2d6, and then I am gonna use Force Blast, and
we may not be copying Disney, but we do have strong female leads.
It's true. Oh god.
So I'm using the Force in this one. I'm not using the blaster pistol anymore on him, by the way.
Okay.
So that would be. So I got 2, and then I got +3, so that's 5. Okay, that's 27 for use the Force for blast. And that means... Where the hell is this? Here we go, Force Blast. That means that... Oh, it is a 4d6 damage plus the 2d6. So that is a total of 66 damage for him.
All right.
Nice.
Rolling the dice. 21.
Damn.
All right. That is going to beat his threshold. Doesn't destroy him, but he did go down 2 on the condition track. And again, you kind of like dent the front of it. One of the fenders kind of like bends in, and now the vehicle's kind of warbly or whatever. But he is still up.
That's shit. Okay, that's fine.
I mean, that's pretty damn significant, regardless, but very well done. And you already moved, and you used your Swift for a force power and your standard. Perfect. This Stormtrooper is going to continue firing at Dina, but he's going to use 2 Swift actions to aim, which will negate the cover penalty.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
I don't know whether Scat can make it here.
Jack's not going to make it for a while.
Okay.
18 will definitely hit Dina for 11 damage.
Okay, and then do I go down, because my threshold is 13. Oh wait, you said 11 damage?
Yeah, it's got to meet or beat your threshold.
Okay.
So if it doesn't, then you're fine.
Okay.
On the threshold.
14. Okay.
Then it goes to you, Dina.
Which one of those motherfuckers shot at me?
The closest one.
All right, so I too will follow suit. I'm gonna take 2 swift actions to aim. Oh shit! That means I'm still on top of this. Hi, Buck. That's a -5 to be on top of the high buck.
Correct. If you continue moving, if you don't move this round, if your Kaibuck's just going to stay where it's at and kind of stop, then you won't have that penalty, but then they won't have it either.
Okay, well, I'm going to take that risk. I'm going to stay put. I'm going to aim, so I should be just a straight roll across the board, yeah?
Yeah.
Come on, baby. Fuck yeah! Let's
Nice.
fucking
Natural
go!
20.
Damn.
Natural 20.
And that is crit 30? Yeah, that guy's fucking dead. He like peeks his head up to like make his next shot and right in the helmet, just stumbles backwards.
Right in the fucking dome.
That armor was designed so that they just insta-die when they get shot, so...
Your cameras are blurry.
My camera?
No, Keaton.
Velrock.
I can't do anything about it. I just have to wait till it fixes itself.
Well done, Dina. All right, and let's see. This guy sees his buddy go down, and he turns to the others, and you see his like gloves kind of do something on his helmet there, and he tilts his head, and they all nod. And at the same time, Anya, you see the scout trooper kind of like nod his head as he's driving, and so this trooper comes over to this computer and starts using the use computer skill.
Oh, God. I don't approve of this.
Luckily, this is not a fast ability, but it does start a clock.
Dina, shoot that guy.
This guy is going to aim at Dina, hoping to take her out of the picture.
Please don't. Have mercy.
He does not have mercy. 14 hits, correct?
Yep, 14 hits.
But the damage isn't that bad, so maybe a little mercy. 4.
4 damage? Okay, I'll take that. I'm down to 10, but we'll take it.
Do you have second wind?
Oh no, I used a second wind at some point.
I don't think you have used it this day.
You might have. If it was in that swamp encounter, then that was still today.
Fuck, when did I use that?
I don't think you got
I got hurt.
damaged in that swamp encounter, though, so I don't think that was today.
so.
Yeah, I
Okay,
don't think it
are
was
you-
today.
Are you officially ruling that I can recharge that?
Yeah, I think you have that.
Okay. Sweet.
All right, the scout trooper is going to fly or kind of drive by, shoot Anya.
That's so weird. So he gets a -5.
It won't be because you're both writing, so you're kind of equal. But it doesn't matter though because, well, fuck me, I got a 7. He'll continue driving by. There you go.
It's not cool, man. It's not cool.
This guy is going to aim at Dina and fire again.
Stop it.
You're the only one they can
God,
see.
though. That's all he's good at is
Damn it.
shooting.
Damn
Not
it.
good at that.
Ooh.
Oh,
one's
I
bad.
am. Yeah, I'm down.
Dina goes unconscious, falling off the kaibuck and into the water.
Fuck! Are you serious right now?
I am.
Bro, next session is going to be Moravgi and Skak having to come into the facility and rescue you two.
It could be. It could be.
Shit.
All right, I'm going to
fucking
give you the
way.
option, Sevs. It's the top of the round. You can either take your turn, and then we'll finish the rest of it next session, or you can wait and take your action at the start of next session.
Oh, shit.
If you're planning on doing character insights, I'll save you some time. There's nothing going through Dina's mind right now.
It's fair. That is fair.
Yeah. Oh, man. This is bullshit. So, like, either do
It's
I guess I
basically,
can
do you
think-
want to trust fate right now or trust fate next week? Those are your options.
No, I'll just do it now. I'm gonna go after this fucking guy. I'm gonna convert a far-seeing token into a force blast
Okay. So you use a swift
with my
turn
swift.
Farseeing
and then I'm
into
gonna
Force
use-
Blast. Awesome.
Use a Force token.
Nice.
Damn, that's a max. This is
Yeah.
gonna hurt. I can already tell.
Do I still get the +1 from Dina even though she's down?
No, once she's down, that
Nope.
ends.
Okay. All right. Okay. I think then it's just a straight 8. Yes.
Nice.
Oh,
Holy
thank
crap.
fucking God. Thank fucking God. So that means it's a 5d6 damage.
Thank yourself, devil, because we all know the truth.
Oh, shush you, 22 damage.
Ah, that fucking blows them off the bike. So yeah, you reach out with the Force and you just boom, and his bike kind of like tilts to the side and like upside down, and the repulsors actually slam him into the mushroom with an explosion, and the whole mushroom kind of like topples over.
Man, can you kill these guys without destroying their bikes? I want one.
Maybe they
It's
have
hard
a
when you're
whole.
slamming the Force into the whole damn vehicle.
And I'm wolf there, so I have complete cover because I can't see them at all.
Yeah, so it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be you versus 3 stormtroopers. I don't know what the odds on that are, but if it's your dice rolls we're relying on, you're probably gonna be fine. We'll find out though.
Before we end, where's Skak right now?
Skak is still running through the damn fucking swamp. He wouldn't even be at the Rancor yet at this point.
Really?
You're probably
There's
just
only one
getting-
area ahead of where I was at, I thought.
You gotta remember,
Or
these
2
guys are
areas.
moving something like 6 times your speed while you're running through swamp at
I'm sorry,
different
have you seen a Trandoshan run? It's very fast.
They're natural sprinters.
You probably are just about to get to that part where you can choose whether to go through the open area with all the crags and stuff or the log. That's about probably where you are. You haven't got to the Rancor yet. But good shit. Let me move this over to our faces. Oops. So that was a lot of fun, guys. Cool chase sequence. Don't get to do a lot of those. And hey, this scene was actually on the cover artwork. You can see the little Kaibuck chase scene with the people on the mounts running through the fungal forest. So
Oh yeah.
yeah. So this is that part on the poster. Pretty cool.
I see 3 of them. Oh no, I see 2. I can't tell. Moravi's covering half of it.
I'm crackling.
if there are 2, that's prophetic because we didn't plan that.
No.
Am I
Moss
still
is
crackling?
You are crackling, yeah. It's fine.
It's fine now.
Crackling. I didn't hear anything.
Really? You don't hear that?
Well, not anymore.
I mean, not now, but
It was going like.
Yeah.
Oh, I had music on. So
Wow,
maybe-
No.
what a nice imitation, Savs. That was pretty accurate. But that was a lot of fun. Had a daring chase. You guys had some tender moments with the Felucian people. Got some force training in. Saved some sick kids. And kind of a climactic, dangerous battle at the end where half the party got split away. So
Oh man.
can't ask.
If
for
Dina
much
dies,
more than
I
that.
expect an effigy in that village of Dina.
You're actually in
Yeah,
a
I
pretty
know.
precarious spot. I'm going to be honest with you, and I got to look up how this works in this system because you didn't just die; you died in water, which means you can't even breathe right now. You're
Oh,
drowning.
for fuck's sake!
Maybe
God.
she
Wasn't
like
she
maybe
double-
she fell.
Yeah,
No,
if
she
fell
could have
face
fallen
forward, I
looking
could
up.
see that.
Yeah.
But if she fell backward, she's not just gonna.
She was like that, and like she was shot, and the shot would have had her go backwards. She wasn't shot from behind; she was shot from the front. The force would have her go backwards.
I like to think that
I'll buy that logic.
I like to think that my Highbuck and I have built such a strong bond at this point over the course of this episode that it just picks me up and moves me to shore in safety.
Nah, this Kai bucks like a cat. It's probably just gonna like feast on you after you die for its own
What the
survival.
fuck?
I just want to point out that Aragorn survived a river, okay, while being unconscious. So
Yeah, let
you
this
can too.
Kaibuck be my Brago.
You didn't quite make that good of a bond. Sevi did though. Hers would probably do that for her.
I'll speak Elvish to it if I need to.
But I would buy that you might be floating on your. I'll do some research on that. How that would work. But either way, you guys, we're gonna find out what happens next episode, and we got enough time that we can do some really quick character insights. Before she got shot and the oh fuck moment happened, how was Dina feeling about how everything transpired this episode, dealing with the Felucians up till the chase?
She was feeling very good. She did some good, and she blew a stormtrooper's head off, and then everything just all of a sudden went dark. So that's about all she knows right now. There's like echoes in her head right now as the lights turn off. And she doesn't know if she can breathe yet or not.
Did you feel like you did a good thing helping these Felucians' children, curing that sickness? Did that bring any warmth to your soul?
Oh, yeah. Especially given, given recent events on, oh, God, what was that planet with the Wookiee slaves? Kind of feels like a bit of vindication for that. Not completely, but she's felt like she's making steps towards, redemption for that. Right.
Yeah. I know you definitely felt bad about that. So little atonements. And these are alien people. So this is you doing your community service. What about?
Actually, we're the aliens on this planet.
I was about to say you probably have some opinions on this, Keaton, considering how your session's gone. You got your explosives, and everything after that was like talking to people, curing children, falling off your Kai buck. How is Skak feeling about how this session went?
He probably has so much adrenaline right now that he's just excited that there's going to be a fight waiting for him. But then he's going to get there and everyone's going to be dead. So, but he doesn't know that yet. So yeah, he's not the charitable type. So obviously he didn't want to give up his med packs because he knows that you guys are going into a dangerous situation.
Pragmatic.
Maybe something else will change his mind. But you know what? I'm glad it ended up this way because I need to be able to rescue someone, and I haven't had an opportunity to do that. So maybe I will get the opportunity now.
Maybe you will. We will see. And I am not going on Craigslist, Sevs. Let's make that very clear. Speaking of the woman who likes to spread lies and misinformation, Sevi, what does Anya think about everything that's been going on?
I'm glad we were able to save the children. I'm concerned if Dina told me about the poison, I'll be concerned that this is a result of experiments to poison the local folks from the prison. So that would be my main concern. But if she didn't tell me, then I wouldn't know, and I wouldn't think that. I am now really worried for Dina because she went down, and I don't know how badly hurt she is, just that she went down. So I might run to her rescue in my next round. I wish we had adventure cards so I could say, like, get an extra action, or like I wish I could have like action surge or something so I could run to help her and then heal her. I do have 3 med kits with me, so I like that's gonna be my focus next round, is to go there and make sure that she is safe before I then tackle the 3 stormtroopers that are left, and hopefully that is it, and there's no more other stormtroopers or people in bikes coming to get us, because just looking at their damage rolls, they hit really hard. So
they don't hit often, but when they hit, it does not feel good.
Yeah, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. Because like that monster already took a swipe at me, and they hit Dina I think like 3 times, and then she was down. So I'm a little bit concerned about what that's gonna mean for me. So I might just make sure to stay on my stay on my thing to just make sure that I can get that -5 for them to hit me after I get Dina to a stable condition.
All right. I'm very interested to see how this goes as well. Yeah. There was something else. Mandrake. Him. Do you feel like you patched that over well enough that he's letting the whole Jedi versus Separatist things be bygones and bygones?
Mhm. Yeah, I think so. And plus, it's not like he has much of a choice.
Fair enough. If he saw your dice rolls, he'd be dumb to mess with you. All right, cool. Well, that was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for being here and for chat for tuning in. Let's go around, say where they can find you, what you'll be up to, tag you like, save Sev, second to last, me to last, start with Moss.
Yeah, you can find me over on Twitter. That's at MossMuff. You can find me here on Saturday evenings, quite obviously. Thursday evenings for March of the Dragon Queen. And starting on May 6th, we'll be starting our Call of Cthulhu Horror on the Orient Express campaign. So, they've actually started marking off the sidewalk and the road so they can actually get the fiber cables installed. So hopefully sooner rather than later, I'll have a reliable internet connection to where you guys can actually get a good video feed from me. Although I don't think the character creation was too terribly bad, but
No.
yeah, hopefully it'll be a lot more reliable than it is now. So fingers crossed. And I'll tag. Well, yeah, Velrock.
Yeah, you can get my miniatures on my mini factory. That's what I do for a living. If you want to see all the stuff that I make, you can go to my tribes there. It's kind of like Patreon. I also do projects every now and then, kind of like a Kickstarter. Actually, I have a Kickstarter as well, which is linked there. Yeah, all sorts of stuff. Check out my work. If you want to watch me play more tabletop RPGs, you can watch me on Geeks and Gamers Tabletop for, what do you call it? You don't call it March of the Dragon Queen. You call it something else? No, it's March of the Dragon Queen.
March of the Dragon Queen. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was thinking Shadow of the Dragon Queen for some reason.
That's the module.
Yeah, I am playing a ranger over there. It's real fun. We're doing everything we can to keep my pet alive, but Erudi just wants to kill it. So if you can,
I will succeed.
If you can be there and support the team, then I can use bennies on her and we can keep her alive throughout the campaign. That would be good. I'm also on We Geek Together. You can go to their YouTube to watch the stream there, and just visit their website. You can join the Dead Wars, which is a huge event in Provo, Utah, coming up in May. So you can look up information for that. It should be fun. Actually, I'm going to send a link. I have the Rebel Mercenaries pack on my mini factory, and that does include SCAC and you guys should get it. So if you have a 3D printer, you can print out SCAC for yourself. That's it for me. Sevi.
Hi everybody, I'm Sevi. I'm usually here in Moonskull on Wednesdays and Fridays, and then Star Wars on Thursdays, Fridays, and then Sundays. Usually when I'm not streaming here, I'm usually streaming on my private Kick and a Twitch, so please give those a follow. Also, please give my Instagram a follow. I'm at 4555 followers, so I'm hoping to get to 5,000. So please give those a follow. I really appreciate all the stuff. I'll try to post more often. Usually, so far, I found this amazing bird nest. By the way, it was just on the floor, so I took a picture of it. There were no eggs, so no birds died, but it was interesting. Anyway, so go check it out. And next week on Saturday, we do have the last episode of Alien. So we'll see how it goes. It was insane today. If you missed it, I got super high rolls. And Ryan and a Quarter Black were like, what the fuck, man? How is that even
They're experiencing it for the first time. They're experiencing it for the first time.
Yeah, they were like, this is insane. How are you doing this? I was like, I just click. That's all I do. So it was so funny. So you guys have to check it out.
All right. And yeah, I'm Erudi. You know what I do. You find me here all the time. I'm not going to chill too much. He already did Alien. interview next Friday on Tabletop. First time we're going to have something like that. It's going to be with Grum's, going to be awesome. And Legend Seeker's the big one, guys. My focus from here going forward is going to be very largely on Legend Seeker. And your guys' support for that's going to be extremely critical, particularly with some of the deadlines I want to meet to work with this publisher that I have not named yet, that you guys I think will be very excited to know that we will end up working with. And to get there, I definitely need your help. So if you will consider going to Gilded and supporting Legend Seeker there, we're going to give you a bunch of extra goodies. If you get Silver membership, an entire cast will get the equivalent of a $20 benefit. So anywhere from quadrupling to what's 6? Is that quintupling? I don't know.
Sextupling.
Sextupling. Okay, yeah, what a good one.
Of course, you wouldn't know that one.
I would definitely know. That would your money go a lot further there, and then of course if you do gold, which is 80, and that by the way gives you priority access to the test play that we're putting together, and all of the lore and spells and materials and things like that. You see it first. You get to give feedback first. So if you do that one, not only do you get that access, but every show on both channels gets a $20 benefit. So that's like 30 to 35 times your value, or something like that. So we'd definitely love to see you support us there, and so we can bring Legend Seeker to you. Other than that, thank you for tuning in. Hope you guys had a wonderful experience watching Star Wars today, and we will talk to you later. Bye, guys.
Bye.